When the Yarnell fire happened back in 2012, we heard about it. I was on the road, and we came back to Prescott to put on a concert for these 19 Granite Mountain hotshot firefighters who died, and we want to play some music for the community, try to raise some spirits and raise some money and awareness for them. And so that was 5 years ago.
Wow.
And but I think that just was always kind of out there. And so when this movie was coming closer to fruition, my name got tossed in there as maybe someone that could sing a song for the movie. It wasn't something I was actively pursuing. I was just happy the story was being told. You know, I just wanted the story out there. But luckily, I got invited to write on a song and then to sing it. And so I feel very, very grateful. I'm just happy to be associated with the movie.
Now, where exactly in Arizona are you? Nearby Prescott? Or?
I'm about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down in about an hour and a half down in Phoenix.
So, because it was a national, it was actually an international story, of course. But there, I mean, when you're right there nearby, it's.
You know, it's one of those things. It's like flooding. You know, if you're not getting flooded and then you just don't really get it. You know, once you've been in a flood, then you're like, wow, but then you're like, no one really knows what's going on here. I think it's the same thing. It's like you hear that story, the largest loss of life of any firefighter since 9/11, but you know, it's not in your community, and it kind of goes, it's out of mind. But for everyone in Arizona, and certainly in that part of northern Arizona, it's such a tremendous, like, just vacuum. You know, 19 people, 19 guys. That just affects the entire community. So for us, it was a very personal story, and it still is. And just so grateful this movie's gonna be out there, and people are gonna learn about these guys, their families, but also just maybe think about wilderness firefighters and maybe about first responders a little bit differently, especially now after Vegas. There's such a need for us to be conscious of who these people are in our communities that are rushing towards danger, you know, when everyone else is trying to rush away from it.
Yeah, you hear about, you know, a lot of people after an event, and the responders come out, and people are praising their heroism.
I gotcha.
Yeah, they're praising them, but when you're watching it from afar, it doesn't wash over you the same as if you're actually kind of involved, like you get involved.
Yeah.
And meet the people, meet the families.
Yeah, and I do that as much for them as probably more so for myself. I'm actually going to Vegas today to go. We're going to cater dinner for about 200 people and play some songs. And I mean, I could say that I'm doing it for them, and I am. Hopefully, I can provide up some food, and a little bit of an hour of this levity before they go back into their minds and all the stuff they've been through, the horrific stuff they've seen. But it's also for me too. I got to do something. And these are our people, man. We spend so much time on the road. It's a family out there. And it's the band, it's the crew. It's the fans, but it's also the event staff, the police, the fire department, the EMTs on standby in case something happens. It takes a little village to make every little country show go off. So I feel I feel a sense of responsibility that, you know, to do something, to try to do something. I don't know what it is, but I think everyone just needs to do what they do and try to spread some love and joy in a time of real darkness.
When you became more successful, did you kind of realize you had that ability to use your name, to use, you know, because you have fans, and a time of need like this, that it makes a big difference. People don't realize it.
Yeah, it's powerful. So really, to have the ability to have a little celebrity currency that you can use in a way that's for good is special. It's required. And, you know, I don't do it enough. You know, something we could all do more of, and trying to find ways to spend it where it has the most impact. And this is certainly something I feel like we can stop by and, you know, being part of this movie, I can spread the word in my community about who these guys are every day in their own community, and the story of these guys, and you know, just for the family's sake alone, and know those stories out there, and people are hearing their story is important for the families, I believe. And so yeah, everyone just doing their part, man, trying to spread the word about people in the community that need to be known.